And both sides on the floor getting ready for the game ahead. It's almost that time. We welcome you to Nutshell and Beyond here on 2K Sports. From the attire to the food, the players' jersey. Tonight, a celebration of the Latin culture. With Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. You'll be joined by Emil Forrest on the sidelines. All right, a chance to check out stats for him.
And he hasn't been making as much of an impact with his defense as he had been earlier in the season. Still numbers have dropped off in the past 5 games. He put a lot more effort into his defense here tonight.
Look at the opening lineup by Memphis Grizzlies. Jaron Jackson is out there with the Then it's Ball. Then there's Clark. And it's Thompson in at the 3. A small fall. And for the Mavericks, the 4 and 5, it's Davis and Wesley. Kyrie Irving is out there with Max Christie. And it's Flag in at the 3. Here in the final days of the NBA regular season, Greg, every team trying to wrap things up on a high note.
Yeah, the top teams doing what they can to head into the postseason with some momentum, right? But a lot of teams want to finish strong and have something to build off of.
Now, here's Ball. Following this by Kyrie Irving.
Bro, get away from me.
Shakes him. And it's good on the way.
And this is the attack mindset you want to see coming into the game.
Get it to the right guy, get a high percentage look, and that's the kind of game they want to play tonight.
Here's Flag. Last game with 34.
Excellent setup. Pre-shot preparation, getting into that catch-and-shoot game. We see Kyrie.
Pass to Clark. Outside Jackson. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting at the field.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of tooling three-point opportunities.
Irving for 3. Edie with the rebound.
Boy, still trying to get comfortable out there right now.
Ball with a wide open look. It's rebounded by Dallas.
The defense there with a major impact.
Irving kicks to Davis. Irving sends a screen for Davis. A shot, no good. Some solid defense here from Jackson.
Boy, just a tough time making shots. Only 1 for 5. They just need to settle in here.
Ooh, the one-hand tomahawk, guys. Somebody's going to get their feelings.
They got the entire bench right there as they saw that out of their chairs. Now, here is Irving. The game against Oklahoma City, very impressive. 6 to shoot. Here's Davis. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. We're now joined by our sideline reporter, Allie, it's all yours.
Earlier, I spoke with Jason Kidd. Jaren Jackson Jr. was the topic, and Coach was impressed by his game. He said, the more I watch him, Jaren, the more I'm convinced he's the best defensive player in the league. He does so much for their team, and we're going to have to be hyper-aware of his weak side help tonight. Coach isn't alone on that appraisal. Guys, back to you.
Great work as always, Thank you.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. Let's see if it makes a difference this time.
It wasn't even close in their last match. And their offense just wasn't ready to compete at that level. Clearly, this group's on the same page offensively, and the chemistry continues to improve as well. The assist totals off the chart.
Christie with the screen on Jackson. Davis, the pass to Christie. Over Carter. The shot's good from Christie.
You can't stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Ball from long range. And Carter with his second game point.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Average trail by 10. On the wing, Davis. Back to Irving. Jacks up a 3. Does not score again. Gets his fourth miss against one man.
At some point, you start to think about getting others involved. It has been a struggle.
Edie, the bounce pass. Edie with a screen on Christie. Back to Edie. Christie with a rebound. Dallas is gone, just 1 of 4 from three-point range.
What y'all doing, bro? The ball stops, man. Let's play some defense.
The very prototypical Kevin Durant NBA player, but I think what I like about Max is there's room for growth. I think he can deck it and become a playmaker.
Christie with it, defended by Bryant. Here's Fly. He's been putting up their points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. Dallas needs to get off the shot. From the arc, Edie with the rebound. Edie's got his first rebound in this one. Here's Carter. And Edie has it in the corner. Shoots over Lively. The Grizzlies with another miss.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Davis looking for an opening to the paint and finish from
They want to bullshit.
9-4 standing reach and a vertical that's ridiculous. Lively just getting to the rim.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to post effectively here so far.
Here's Lively. He's averaging around 8 points a game. Ball against Irving. Mike with it. Over touch. No good from 18.
Listen, that's a good shot for him. He just couldn't connect.
Outside for Jackson. That one falls coming off Carter's feet.
They want to play games.
3 assists in the game. And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. They trail by 1. They want to keep going here.
You saw dialed up from distance. Just couldn't get out to everything.
And that explains their three-point percentage. They had more than a few players leading the defense. Absolute fits from range.
And it's Carter missing. Dallas has gone a meter 1-6 from three-point line since we got started. And finished off
really explosiveness. Davis just positions the lead.
knocked away. It's over by Carter. And it's Flag with the rebound.
Boy, he couldn't pass for better. That's tough to take.
Chris offline with this three.
Well, he's
got a cage that almost struck.
Ball gets to go.
They don't call no foul on that shit. They always call a foul when I get my phone. I'll block the shot, man.
D'Angelo Russell's checked in for Max Christian.
Fuck out of here, bro.
Wells checked in for Memphis.
He's got a one-track mind this quarter, and that is score the basketball.
I block the shot. They call a damn foul.
Pass to Flake. Good, and the assist goes to Russell.
Hitting me with these shots.
Oh, nice bucket. This guy's so mindful about the way he attacks.
Now Carter. Jackson sends the pick here. And a look now on how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Grizzlies.
And they look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
Catching up on the changes for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Jeremiah Robinson-Earl comes in for Anthony Davis. Marshall, he's checked in for Flagg. And Strus is subbed in for Irving. And it's Russell missing.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
To Wells, takes the three. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
And what a way to start this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. He's ready to talk things through with them. And Memphis making a change here. Prosper's checked in. On the Mavericks with some changes. Anthony Davis comes in for Jeremiah Robinson-Earl. And Irving subbed in for Marshall. Carter, he's checked in for Memphis. LaMelo Ball comes in for Jerome. And over 3 years in high school, Anthony Davis shot up from being 6'2" to 6'10". But Greg, he brought those guard skills with him.
And Kevin, that transformation as a pro also significant, adding over 30 pounds to his frame, and with his wingspan over 7'5", he is a physical presence.
They've got Max Strus. Kyrie Irving is out there with Russell. Then it's Anthony Davis, and it's Gafford in at the 5 down low. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Here's Carter, and there's the bucket. Staying with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Carter's got 17.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Hits it from three-point range.
Boy, he's been impressive scoring the basketball, but it is really tough to play from behind.
Here's Carter, and he makes good on the layup. Carter's got 4 points in the quarter.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Russell. On its way from Irving for 2. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Carter.
And with the success they've had.
Hammering it in.
Jackson. Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. And that great replay brought to us by the AT&T Connected Cam. Now, here is Irving. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game. Good on the bucket. Irving's got his second bucket.
What's amazing about Kyrie is the number of go-to moves he has on the interior.
Wells kicks the ball. There's the lob to Carter. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Russell. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got his third assist on the night.
Well, an excellent penetrator who is always in attack mode. Go ahead, D'Angelo Russell.
And it's Carter missing. Mavericks trail by 17. Pass to Russell. And he banks in the layup.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. This is the fourth and now longest coaching stop for the Mavericks, Jason Kidd. Kyrie Irving said he's learned from the past head coaching jobs that he's had and being with different players and seeing them improve. Now he's mastering his coaching philosophy and being an originator. Back to you guys.
He has definitely seen it all. Ellie, as always, we appreciate your reporting. And so the timeout here called by Thomas Isola. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. And some changes here for the Mavericks. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Clyde comes in for Max Strus. And it's Max Christie in for D'Angelo Russell. Memphis also making some changes. Zach Edey, he's checked in for Clark. Jackson comes in for Jackson. And it's Asar Thompson in for Jalen Wells.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Now, here is Irving. 7 points in the game. Carter kicks the ball. Carter down low. And finished off by Carter.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. On the wing, Davis fires the three. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Edey's got 5 rebounds tonight. Carter against Christie. Carter dishes the ball. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misses the three. And for the Grizzlies, they come in off a good outing against the Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah, they were able to maintain focus in a hostile environment, and that led to taking shots that made sense.
Well, I'm sure they're still enjoying that one. You love going into a tough building, tough place to play, and shooting the lights out. Nothing like silencing the crowd.
He's cooled down a little bit after draining those 2 3-pointers in the first quarter.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Asar Thompson. That's his first foul. And the Mavericks making a change here. Marshall's checked in. Here's Lively. Pass to Christie. And here is Marshall, guarded by Jackson. Shot clock at 5. At the elbow, Irving. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got 9 rebounds now tonight. Over Irving. Carter, that's good. Carter's got 25 points.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
That is the competitiveness he brings to the table. Every night you're going to get great effort from him.
And finished off by Lively.
In the modern NBA, boy, you hunt down mismatches. That's a size disadvantage, and he takes advantage.
Great open look there. 27 points for him.
This guy has been in attack mode this quarter. The defense might want to intercede here.
And so now a timeout called by Jason Kidd. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Russell, he's checked in for the Mavericks. And Memphis also making a switch. Jerome is checked in. Outside Irving. Grizzlies with the rebound. Carter's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
The Grizzlies have shot 8 of 10 from the line. That's an even 80% free throw shooting here.
You've got to appreciate their ability to make free throws. 81% as a team.
Now, here is Russell. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Oklahoma City. The kick out to Irving. 5 on the clock. Pass to Lively. Back to Irving. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Jackson has the open look. It's good on the putback.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Looking ahead, they've got the Jazz coming into town for the next game. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. And finished off by Lively.
Derek Lively at such a young age, such a good screener, and then gets to open space and finishes. Everything you want from a young big.
Here's Christie, who's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Pass to Flag. Back to Christie. Shot clock at 6. It's rebounded by Memphis. Carter with it. Guarded now by Irving. And finished off by Carter.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those, that's for sure. Now, here is Russell. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Pass to Christie. Now, Flag. Over Jackson. And it's Flag missing.
And that's where you want to make the next pass. This guy is a good scorer, but the defense was right on him.
Carter with the bucket.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Now, here is Russell. They're running, and here they go. Jerome, good. Jerome's got 8 points.
A lot to like about the way they're playing right now, but still plenty of time left.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Memphis has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. A nice shot by Carter.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Flash. That's his first foul. Irving against Carter. Over in the corner, Christie. Here's Flag. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. A dominating first half of basketball. And so far, hasn't been close. Grizzlies out in front, running away with it. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Memphis Grizzlies.
These guys are playing with intensity. They're relentless on the boards, especially on the offensive end.
Second chance points, one of the many reasons they're blowing the lid off this thing. Okay, now let's see what's going on around the league in terms of injuries.
The Sixers getting bit by the injury bug. It's a challenge playing without Embiid. Not just on the offensive end, but the rim protection.
No doubt, one of the game's great players. Injury is the only thing that can slow him down. And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. You know, Flash has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
That takes a level of aggression and a level of focus, and he has brought it all night thus far.
Doris, you talk about the great scores. It's not enough to be elite one-on-one. You've got to be able to handle the double team, too. I mean, there's a lot there.
On a nightly basis, Kevin, these are the best defenses in the world, scheming to take away the greatest strengths of the best individual offensive players. And you know what? Nightly, it's not enough. The great ones find a way no matter what.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Edie out there with Jaren Jackson. Then it's Asar Thompson. Then it's Ball, and it's Carter in at the shooting guard position. Edie with it, Lively defending. Outside Jackson. Clock at 6. The shot by Carter, nobody around. And the Grizzlies tack on 2 more.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends. and you're seeing the results.
You know this. It's not easy building a lead on the road, but this team has been lights out throughout the game.
Davis with the bucket. Davis has got 14 points.
And with all the different things he does, you expect AD to put up points every night. He's a lot to handle.
Thompson passes the ball. Carter sets the pick for Ball. Thompson the bounce pass. Christie against Carter. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. They get it back.
But the defense hanging in right there, making that shot really difficult.
First team foul.
And for the Mavericks, they're shooting 40% from the field. Irving for three. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Now here's Irving. He's got 7. It's Davis on the wing, guarded by Jackson. Davis against Jackson, steps back and fires. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Back to Thompson. Down low, got a piece of it. And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. And now here are the 2K leaderboard. Since the All-Star break, these teams are leading the NBA in second chance points. The Mavericks #1.
And offensive rebounding, always a point of emphasis for this group, but for whatever reason, they've had particular success since the break, really just outworking their opponents on the glass.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Davis, and the rejection by Jackson. Here's Lively. Back to Christie. Pass to Flag. Here's the 3. Carter pulls it in. Carter's got his 16th rebound on the night. And Thompson kicks to Carter. Out to Thompson. Here's Ball with the 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Edey against Christie. Pass to Lively. Now Flag. And that time, also a missed shot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Scooped up. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And there's the whistle. That goes on Flash. That's his 3rd foul of the game. And here's Irving. He's got 7. Outside, Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Christie. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Ball from long range. Edey. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Cooper Flag. Grizzlies have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. Wells, he's checked in for Carter. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And now our player of the game, Flash.
And preparing for battle, each guy with his... Hello and welcome. We're ready to get the week off to a great start. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Stan Van Gundy, and Grant Hill here with me. And in a few moments, we'll hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce. A look at the Pelicans starting group. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the 4. Jordan Poole out there with Fears. And it's Messi in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Now here's Carter. Jackson outside. Thompson outside. 6 on the shot clock. Carter from outside. Nice start for him. Sinking his first shot. And not too often we see a matchup like this one. Both of these teams are elite when it comes to cleaning the glass, Grant.
Yeah, BA, and that's why I expect this to get physical around the rim, which will put the endurance of these teams' rebounders to the test.
And here's New Orleans now, after Memphis picked up the 3 with their last shot. Poole from long range. Can't hit that one. Oh, nice D from Carter. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Memphis' head coach for a minute. In terms of his team's scouting report, Zion Williamson is at the top of it. He raved about Zion's blend of skill and strength, telling me, I don't think there's a stronger guy in our league. Plus, he can put it on the deck and finish at an elite level. Zion is like a freight train coming right down the lane. Back to you.
Appreciate the report, Allie.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
Ball with it. He's picked up by Williamson. Pass to Carter. It's hauled in by New Orleans. They're coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Well, they brought the energy. They played smart as well. But the other team did too. Unfortunately, someone has to lose.
Yeah, that was 2 very evenly matched teams. But in the end, it came down to who executed better down the stretch.
It's stolen by Poole. Jones against Carter. Pass to Fears. Williamson with a screen on ball. Over to the left wing. Williamson inside. Jackson on him. And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Forcing his way to the free throw line. Zion is so tough to handle. So strong and athletic.
Shooting 2.
That free throw misses. It has been special watching Zion since he came into the league, hasn't it, Stan?
Look, B.A., I'll tell you this. Zion is unique in the way he plays the game. Not many guys are even capable of doing the things he does. Players like him don't come around often.
Inside, and the dunk by Edey.
Well, with his wingspan, Edey might be the easiest alley-oop target in the league. Just put it up there, and he'll go get it.
Here's Fears. He's coming off a 13-point game against Philadelphia.
Yeah, what about his work on the glass? I mean, he was an all-around contributor to a winning effort.
Now here's Williamson. From deep three-point land. Memphis with a rebound.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
And I love how Ball will fight for it, getting around that inside physicality.
Pass to Poole. Outside Jones. Shoots over Thompson. Jones misses.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
Now Carter. Three-pointer. Hits a three-pointer. Carter's got 6.
They're really settling into a nice rhythm now, starting to gain the upper hand.
Yeah, you're seeing their offense in a flow. Now it's time for their defense to turn up the heat a little more.
Now here's Poole. Yet to see a basket. To the middle. New Orleans needs to hurry. Late clock. Oh, and Jackson with the block. Here's Carter going inside, and it's swept. jammed in by Carter.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
So timeout called here, the first for New Orleans. A moment here to see the numbers for Zion Williamson.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Now here's Williamson, scoring around 28.5 points a game. A very talented offensive player. And stolen by Jackson. Thompson passes to Carter. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carter. Let's take this break to show you the leaders in steals among shooting guards since the All-Star break. And here's Williamson. He'll bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. They trail by 11. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was in Memphis.
Big loss in their last meeting with this team. Couldn't get anything to fall in that one.
And play stops. A whistle there on what looks like an illegal screen.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, and yet we still see it a lot. It's a tough thing to police.
Outside Carter. Thompson, a screen on Poole. Carter with it. He's picked up by Jones. Ball outside. Offline from the top of the key.
Well, the defense just dared him to take that one. Poor execution on their part, but they got lucky.
To the inside. Here's Messi. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
Giving it up. Jordan Poole, the right decision.
Poole against Carter to the paint. Here's Edey. And the dunk by Edey.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
Yeah, now it's all about maintaining this lead, but you can't start playing it safe. You got to keep attacking and executing.
And here's New Orleans now, after the basket by Memphis on the other end. Here's Poole. And Carter with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, New Orleans will keep possession. Wells is checked in for Thompson. Shot clock at 3. Poole. The rebound by Jackson.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Carter, the pass to Ball. Back to Carter. Down low. And there's Edey. That's good. And the assist by Carter. Carter's got 4 assists in the game.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
And the Pelicans call time here. Here's Fears. No made baskets yet. Poole outside. Jones with a screen on Carter. 5 on the clock. Back to Poole. Releases. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got 4 rebounds now. It's tipped. Williamson against Jackson. Pass to Messi. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. Fears off with the layup.
And they've come out with a fearless approach on the boards.
It's Wells on the wing. Here's Patton. Now here's Carter. Just 5 games left on the year. Let's take a look at the current seedings in the West. You look at the Grizzlies. This season has been an absolute dream for them. They're currently at #1 as the postseason approaches. And checking out New Orleans, quite a bit of space between these two.
Right now for the Grizzlies, they've really set the standard in their conference, on track to claim home court advantage in the playoffs. They feel this is their year, and you know what? They may be right.
Yeah, and Murray can do so many things on the court, including setting up his teammates.
Getting out to a nice lead, great flow and great execution.
Now here's Murray. His last outing he had 20. The baseline J, jump shot is good.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
It's a one-on-one situation. Pass to Fears. Up and over Carter. Fears' shot is off. The Grizzlies on offense. They're on an 18-7 run. Back to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Yeah, and until the defense makes an adjustment, there's no reason to go away from what they're doing.
Pass to Fears. The 3-ball. Memphis with a rebound.
The way they've gotten after rebounds has been impressive.
And the basket by Clark.
Setting each other up beautifully. I love it. 8 of their last 10 points coming off assists.
Now Messi. Now here's Murray. Williamson against Jackson. Pass to Fears. From downtown, Clark grabs the board.
Well, I feel for him. He's trying to make a play, but hasn't had an impact this quarter.
And the layup is good off the glass. Clark's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
Now here's Carter. 10 points for him. Outside Wells. Back to Carter. And it's slammed in by Carter.
BA, the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Murray. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now. Grizzlies lead by 19. There's 37 seconds left in the first. And stolen by Bay. And now New Orleans on the break. Oh, Carter with the block.
Well, he can't get anything to go right now. It's time to look at affecting the game in other ways.
And it's slammed in by Carter.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Murray looking around. Pass to Fears. Puts up a 3. Kept alive. Messi. And that one's good. A nice job on the glass as they picked up 2 on the second effort.
Just owning the painted area. If it's working, no need to change.
And as we conclude the first quarter, a one-sided game so far. Memphis ahead, up 19. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck. But plenty of time left in this one. And the Grizzlies have been rolling along, haven't they?
Oh, what a first quarter.
And the Grizzlies making a change here. Carter's checked in. Here's Murray. His numbers are solid, putting up around 18 points a game. They've got G.G. Jackson. Also Brandon Clark out there. Jalen Wells out there with ball. And it's Carter in at the shooting guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And you have to love the two-way ability of DeJounte Murray, Coach.
Well, Brian, when you have someone that big and athletic in the backcourt, it's a huge advantage. Murray is also highly skilled. He is an impact player.
And it's slammed in by Carter.
And that's why you don't give up on the glass.
Man, his efforts well rewarded right there.
Well, that's what he does. He makes...
Oh, get you some! Showing some power. Check out the immediate response to the jam.
Oh, both sides are fired up. Thanks to the AT&T Connected Cam for the up-close and personal view of that slam. Carter with it. He's got 16, and it's slammed in by Carter.
He is torching a defense that simply has no answers for him.
And it's Poole with the ball for the New Orleans Pelicans. Next up on the schedule, the Nuggets, a home game. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Grizzlies with the rebound. Carter's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active.
Another miss. At some point, they need to tap someone else for a boost offensively.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey, guys. Well, a lot of French players are coming into the league, and Rudy Gobert said it's amazing. The first ones, like Tony Parker and Boris Diaw, they've paved the way. Now, French kids aren't scared to dream about the NBA. They have role models that they can look up to and try to follow. Back over to you, Brian.
Merci. Allie, thanks for the report. Prosper's checked in for Memphis. Misi, he's checked in for the Pelicans. The deep 3 from Murray. On the wing, Murray. Pass to Williamson. The 3. Murray can't get that one to fall.
Well, you win and lose as a team, so the fact that they're trailing isn't all on him. But with that said, he's having tough shooting.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
New Orleans is shooting just 21% from the floor. Now a timeout called by New Orleans. In this league, you've got to have moves and counter moves. Grant, your toolkit was pretty complete coming in.
Well, you know, I tried to keep adding to it. It's like baseball. If they're struggling to hit your heater, that changeup will work even better.
Some changes for Memphis. Edie's checked in for Clark. Jaren Jackson comes in for Prosper. And it's Thompson in for Wells. Here's Misi. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. To the inside. And Edie with a block.
Well, with that reach, Edie makes guarding the restricted area look effortless.
Back to Carter. Edie with a screen on Poole. To the middle. 6 to shoot. Carter finds Edie. Carter controls the rebound and the putback.
Just an assertive play. He attacks the miss and sends it home.
Poole against Carter. Pass to Misi. To stop the drought. Poole from long range. And Carter with the block.
Yeah, you wonder what is he thinking right now. He's not shooting the ball well, and shots like that only hurt his team more.
Thompson passes to Ball, and here's Carter. 4-3, drops in the 3. Carter's got 11 points in the quarter. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And I've also really enjoyed watching them hit the boards, specifically the offensive glass and how they've capitalized on that hustle.
Jackson, the pass to Carter. Jackson with a screen on Poole. Here's Carter. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to go on Jordan's Poole. Memphis shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight. Fears he's checked in for Murray.
2 shots.
And so Carter nails them both. And the Pelicans shooting just 21% from the floor. And it's blocked by Edey.
Well, offensively, you have to be aware of Edey. That man is 7-4. Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Williamson outside. To the paint. Misi and Edey with a block. Carter from outside. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. And that's now 33 points here for Flash.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Inside. Jackson outside. And another three for Memphis.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Jones with a screen on ball. Kicks it out to Williamson. Here's Poole. And Carter with the block.
Now, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
Pass to Jackson. And he's going for the lob. It's stolen by Poole. Here's Williamson. Hounded by Ball. A nice shot by Fears. Memphis has gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. Carter on the wing. Shot clock at 6. And there's Memphis with another bucket.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Pass to Misi. Williamson outside. The kick out to Poole. Here's Fears. Over Ball. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 4 rebounds in the game. Carter, the pass to Thompson. Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Count it. Edey's got 8.
Look, this is just Edey doing big man things. Getting physical to win buckets.
Pass to Poole. There's the triple. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson's got 4 rebounds in the game. Now here's Edey. Steps back. Jackson with a screen on Poole. Carter finds Jackson. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter. And New Orleans shooting at just 26% in the second. Pass to Poole. Here's Fears. Picked by Misi. Edey with a steal. And here is Thompson. To the middle.
Well, the son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. plays the game with great instincts, particularly on the defensive end. You can see he learned the game growing up.
This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
Yeah, they're playing a much more physical game here in the second quarter.
Wells is checked in for LaMelo Ball. And so Jackson nails both of them. Pelicans shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. Outside Jones. Now here's Poole. 20 points for him last game against Philadelphia. 4 on the clock to halt the run for 3. Fears. The rebound by Edey. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Memphis. They come into this one having outplayed the Mavericks last time out.
Yeah, they connected from outside all game. And the defense had absolutely no answer for it.
Well, they shot it well because of how selfless they were. You need that kind of chemistry and cohesion on the road.
Here's the 3. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. Memphis ahead, opening up a huge gap. Let's send it courtside and check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
I'm here with Coach Brago. Coach, in the first half, it seemed like the miscues fueled the other side offensively. What did you see?
Yeah, a couple runs there that, hurt us for them. We got to keep them off the free throw line. The transition game, we got to keep them out of our paint, rebound, and push it at them. We're turning the ball over a little too much on the offensive end.
Sounds like your players have their work cut out for them. Thanks, Coach.
Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball.
Welcome to the halftime show. And if they're going to turn this around, it's going to be a long road back for the New Orleans Pelicans.
They're getting steamrolled, giving up too many points in the paint. And it's just not the rim protection. You have to stay in front of all ball handlers, or you'll get broken down and eaten alive.
And it's time now for the best part of the show. Let's see what the fans have to say. This question comes from B Smooth 94 asking, which one of you three is the best liar? I'll take this one, fellas. Be Smooth, none of us have ever told a lie.
Ooh, he's good. Very convincing.
See, but now I don't know whether to believe. And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Thompson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Here's who James Borrego is starting the second half with. Jones at small forward with Zion holding down the four. Fears out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Messi in at the center position. They grab their own miss. Jackson for three. And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Jackson's gone 2 for 2 so far from three. Pass to Poole from behind the arc. Memphis with a rebound.
Looking to answer the three from the other end. Maybe too eager there.
Carter finds Edey. Jackson outside. The three from Ball. They get it back. Here's Carter. Banked it in off the glass. Carter's got 39.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Poole outside. Stolen by Carter. He goes up, and it's slammed in by Carter.
They're really in control on both ends of the floor right now, forcing turnovers and finding easy points, while the other guys struggle to keep up.
Williamson inside, defended by Jackson. Williamson misses. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And it's slammed in by Carter.
They've settled into this game. You can see the offense is on fire.
Yeah, and that is key for them. Continuing to build out this lead.
To end the run. Oh, Williamson throws it down.
Defying the laws of physics, Zion Williamson.
A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Poole against Carter. To the paint. Edey. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Like a matador. Olay! There was no defense. That has to be one of the easier shots I've seen tonight.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Williamson against Jackson. Williamson passes to Poole. Misses the three.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
Some nice ball movement by Memphis. Pass to Carter. Jackson the screen. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Man, the defender really went after him.
Memphis shooting their 6th and 7th free throw attempts tonight. And so Carter nails them both. New Orleans has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. Pass to Messi. From 8 feet away, drops it in. Messi's got 6 points. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half.
The playmaking ability of Ball. So crafty and skilled at finding his guys.
For 3, Fears. The rebound by Carter. Carter's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. To the inside. Back to Thompson. Pass to Carter. Just 5 to shoot. Right wing. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. There's Jackson with the 3. It's good on the putback.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
And here's New Orleans now. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's Poole. Charity stripe shot. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Outside Carter. Out to Thompson. The 3 from Ball. It's hauled in by New Orleans. Williamson inside. Jackson on him. And the basket by Williamson.
Yeah, that's Zion's bread and butter. Absorbing and dishing out contact inside.
Pass to Carter. Here's Edey. He got a piece of it. And here's the fast break. Thompson against Jones. Out to the right wing. Williamson right side. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson.
Well, this is the level of rim protection you get with Jaren Jackson Jr. He takes pride in being this team's defensive end.
All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
You also can't ignore the good job they've done rebounding on the offensive end tonight. That hustle has been well rewarded with second chance points.
And here's Memphis. They're on a 19-6 run. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. Jackson's got 5 points now this quarter.
Wow, Jackson Jr. lightning quick.
Outside Jones. And here's Poole. Out left to the wing. Williamson finds Poole. Fires the 3. And again, New Orleans, no good.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
Well, the offense has to look for ways to get him easier shots. Better selection. They have to be set up for success.
Outside Jones. Pass to Poole. Back to Messi. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce.
Well, you can see Thompson working on his passing and expanding his skill set.
Williamson inside. Defended by Jackson.
Yeah, this is when they need to lean on him more. Get him the ball and let him build some momentum.
This will be his 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
Shooting for New Orleans, Zion Williamson. 1 shot.
Shooting 1.
The free throw off from Williamson.
Well, the bottom line is this. When Zion Williamson is healthy, he is very tough for defenses to handle. You have to be very clear on your plan or he'll destroy you.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, BA. Well, the game is going global. Players Association President and sharpshooter C.J. McCollum said, with all the NBA players who weren't born in the United States, we're attracting fans from those places, and it's going to make our game better. And that's what we want at the end of the day. Guys, back to you.
Crossing over borders. Allie, thank you. Pass to Fears. Williamson against Carter. And the foul is called. He missed, and they've stopped the action here. They're using their coach's challenge to see if they can get this foul overturned.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many.
The previous play is under review.
After the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Here's Carter. That's short off the rim.
Well, that one should be in his wheelhouse, but just off the mark.
Pass to Fears. Some nice passing by New Orleans here. And again, New Orleans no good. And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for the Grizzlies. Here's Patton. And the three off target. Pelicans shooting about 31% here in quarter number 3. Here's Fears. Looking to get back on track. Off target at the rim. Memphis shooting has been on another level. 68% for the game. Jackson the screen. Here's Carter. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. All right, our 2K leaderboard showing the best free throw shooters since the break. He's had 4 chances at the line. He's made them all. And that one falls for Carter. Memphis making a switch here. Prosper's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
If they keep hitting free throws at this clip, it'll help them seal the deal.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
For 3, Fears. The rebound by Carter.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, I get it, but you don't want him forcing things. It's better to get your shots within the flow of the offense.
New Orleans is shooting only 23% so far. Stolen by Carter. And now Memphis on the break. And it's slammed in by Carter.
Talk about taking advantage of the opportunity.
How about the anticipation right there that led to the steal? Then he goes straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting an efficient 55% in the third quarter. Good. He hits again. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Pass to Fears. Clock at 6. And he banks in the layup. Fears has got his second basket of the night.
And a bit of a struggle for him so far in the quarter. Just 1 for 5 in the field.
Oh, Clark with the slam.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
There's a screen by Johnson. Wells is checked in for Memphis. And New Orleans making a change here.
Substitution on the court.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Out to the wing. The three is up. Oh, nice D from Carter. The Grizzlies shooting 69%. I think they're even surprising themselves out there. Here's Hammonds. He's covered by Wells. Hammonds, the pass to Murray. No luck on that one. Now Carter. What an incredible scoring display he's putting on tonight. Here's Wells. connects from downtown.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the three is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
And so it's Memphis, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. We've got Jackson. And so it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. We saw two different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about wraps it up. For Grant Hill, Allie LaForce, and Coach Stan Van Gundy, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. And time now for our player of the game.